I've been on YouTube for like 6 years. And in that time, I've had a lot of my videos restricted because I was told that they were too sensitive, right? I was touching sensitive topics. I was talking about things from the perspective of how to solve problems that people have with food. More recently, my videos have been struggling, and I saw a video from Dr. Berg talking about the fact that his videos have been struggling, and what he realized was that he was being restricted for misinformation. So now we have a new reason that our videos are, so anyone who's doing keto or carnivore style videos are struggling to get their videos seen by people that we absolutely could be helping. What's frustrating to me is that the misinformation that we're being accused of spreading actually can be found in biology books if you're willing to go look it up. When I think about that, it frustrates me because I'm not saying anything that isn't true. And if you don't want to believe me and you don't want to take the time to go to the biology books, the other way that I tell people to verify this information, if you go to your doctor and just simply ask the question, hey, doc, I am afraid of diabetes. Is it true that diabetes is caused because people are eating too much sugar? Your doctor's absolutely going to say, yes, that is absolutely true. He's not going to have a conversation, or she is not going to have a conversation with you about nutrition. The expectation is, as adults, that we know that we shouldn't be eating too much sugar. And I agree. Most of us adults know that information. We know we shouldn't be overindulging in junk food. Here's the problem. Is it only junk food that's causing us to struggle when it comes to sugar? So let me before I go there. Okay. The other day I was reading an article, and the person was talking about how frustrated they were that children get all these advertisements thrown at them all the time. And so they were specifically talking about the fact that during the Super Bowl, they saw more than 12 advertisements that were aimed at children. And my first question as well, are children watching the Super Bowl? But here's the thing. Of course they are. Because especially little children are playing in the same rooms as their parents, right? Little children are with us most of the time. So if we are watching the Super Bowl, they are watching the Super Bowl. So I understood this mother's frustration. Her name is Lindsay Smith Talley, and she was writing an article for The Hill. I'll link it below. I understood her frustration because this candy commercial came on, and you have these candies dancing and other candies being thrown all over them. And what she said is her child started screaming out, I want it. And okay, so now I have this kid that sees this commercial, 4 years old, wants this candy. Now, they don't have it in the house, so that was the end of the conversation. But the concern for her came from the fact that 2 weeks later, not the next day, 2 weeks later, if anybody knows, like, children's memories are not that terrific. But this kid, 2 weeks later, was remembering that they saw this commercial, and now in the stores pointing at the same candy, I want it. And this mother was upset, as am I, because why are we marketing unhealthy foods? So we have dancing candy, which is a bunch of marketing to children. These commercials work. These advertisements that they put even in places. So we're not going to put it during a cartoon. That would be too obvious. Let's put it during the Super Bowl. And by the way, I'm going to give them credit. The adults buy junk food for themselves. So yeah, they're marketing to us too, right? But that particular ad with the cartoon character dancing around, the cartoon candy dancing around, that was meant for a child to be attracted to and to resonate with children, and to make sure that your child is begging you, please, mommy, I want this thing. And there's a lot of us as parents that struggle to say no to our kids. We struggle to see them crying. And this woman is talking about 2 weeks later being in the grocery store, this kid crying and begging for her to buy this candy. Those are the words she used, begging her to buy the candy. And now I'm a parent in the situation with my child that I never needed to be in because a food company, can I even call candy food, a junk company decided to advertise on the Super Bowl. These commercials work. And they work for us adults too. Because how many adults do I know who eat candy? Our children don't know what's good for their health. So we need to be the barrier to entry of what they're going to eat and what they're not going to eat. And as parents, we try, but at the same time, we've been led to believe that if we don't give our kids the same junk that everybody else, so all the other children are eating, we're bad parents, we're depriving our children, and we are just, making their lives difficult for no reason. I disagree. I think that we, as parents, need to focus our attention on what's better for our kids. But this is not what we are being told. We're being told that this is going to somehow make our kids stand out as not having what everybody else has. And it's not that I disagree. It's true. They will be the kid in school who doesn't have the junky cavities, the overweightness. They're going to be the kid in school who can actually run around and think clearly. They're going to be the kid in school who is sleeping properly. They're going to be the kid in school that doesn't have all the problems that the other kids have. If we are able to resist that temptation to give them what everybody else has. What really frustrates me, Wellness Warrior, is that here on YouTube, I'm making videos with the goal of helping people to eat healthy. No fancy camera tricks, no imagery to kind of mess with your brain. I'm talking to you at a level that's well above a child's comprehension. So this is aimed at adults. And I'm giving you information that I research and I look up and I try to make sure it's good quality information. And I'm being accused of misinformation. Compared to companies who can target children by pretending they're not targeting them, but they know that those kids are sitting beside their parents. So they can target children and use cartoon images, use fun colors and researched science that helps them know that this will make this child unable to resist wanting this thing that we're telling them they shouldn't want. Well, the parents are saying you shouldn't want that. It's not good for you. And the company is undermining the parent to get this kid to want this thing. And they are allowed to, they pay money to be at the spot where the child is, where the adult is doing something and maybe not paying close enough attention to the fact that their kid is being marketed to. Because you could have turned off the commercials, right? When it goes to commercial, you could turn off the show, but most people don't do that. And the child gets the marketing, and then the child is crying for the candy, and then the parent is feeling like a bad person for not buying them the candy. Again, more marketing, because we've been taught that we're bad if we don't give our kids what everybody else is having. All of this because the company doesn't care about your kid's health. Yeah, I'm saying it out loud. They don't care about your kid's health. They're willing to trade your children's health for money in their pocket because those candies are going to give them cavities. Those candies are going to give them health problems like obesity. Those candies are going to give them ADHD, which I'm now learning, which is just not something that we want our children to have to struggle with. But that's what's going to happen. Why? Because we are not thinking about the fact that we know better than the child and the child shouldn't be having this thing. We're allowing the company to play on our heartstrings that we don't like to see our kids cry. Has anyone even thought about why is it that keto and carnivore channels are targeted? I have my own sneaking suspicions, but I wonder, have you guys thought about why keto and carnivore channels are targeted? Put it in the comments if you've thought about that before I tell you my suspicion, right? My thought process is this. I've had enough people tell me that they've seen junk food ads, candy ads, fast food ads on my videos to understand that the people that advertise a lot, maybe even the most on YouTube, are companies focusing on getting us to eat their product. And they realize that a lot of people are on YouTube. We better start advertising on YouTube. So when, adpocalypse happened, when all these problems happened that caused creators to notice that they were having struggles in their ability to make money on YouTube, part of the reason that they were having those struggles is because food companies want to be able to advertise to us and have us purchase. So when you have people like Dr. Barry, Dr. Berg, Dr. Fung, and Dr. Aid telling people that we should not be buying these foods, telling people that these foods are causing your health problems, telling people that if you keep buying these foods, you're not going to live as long, we're causing problems for the food companies, right? So I think that's one of the reasons that all of a sudden we're being accused of spreading misinformation. Because years ago, when keto was just a fad, people were ignoring us. They were like, oh, that's not going to last. Fast forward to, for me anyways, 6 years later, still eating, well, now I'm actually carnivore, and people are realizing it's not a fad. It's not going anywhere. People are actually able to sustainably not only eat healthy every single day, but we're actually able to reverse diabetes, reverse all kinds of health problems, reverse obesity, reverse mental health challenges. We are reversing things that doctors used to say, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. I've heard those words before. Violet, you're just going to have to learn to live with it. I'm not living with any of those pains and aches and problems that I had before anymore. They're gone. And they could be gone for you too. The second thing I want to point out is that these companies are extremely confident in their ability to get us to eat the wrong thing. So we have the misinformation campaign that they're doing, but then they're still advertising and marketing to us on the keto and carnivore videos. Why are they doing that? Well, here's the interesting thing. Who's watching the keto and carnivore videos? Sure, there are some people watching these videos, and I appreciate all of you who watch and already strong keto carnivore advocates. You're in there, you're doing it, and you're never going to put it down. But there's a lot of people watching, hello to you new people, who are new and who want to eat healthy, but are realizing that you don't have control over your food. You're realizing that as much as I want to eat healthy, I end up eating the wrong thing. And you're watching these videos to try to figure out, how are people doing this? And they're advertising in your face because they know if they just put the cookies in front of you, put the ice cream in front of you, put the cake in front of you, put the whatever, the burgers in front of you, the whatever, all the pizza in the world in front of you. If they do that enough, you are going to say, this is too hard, and you're just going to buy the thing you just saw on the screen. You're going to eat the thing you just saw on the screen because it's probably in your kitchen. And they got you back. They're that confident in their advertisements, which they don't call misinformation, by the way. Their advertisements, that's fine, but we are spreading misinformation. Do you see the problem here? They benefit through your poor health. They benefit through your obesity. They benefit through your cavities. They benefit through your not understanding that it's the foods you're eating that are ruining your health and causing the health problem that you don't want to be there. They benefit from that because you're just going to keep eating the wrong food. And you're going to go down this road to where your health isn't where you want it to be, where your weight isn't where you want it to be, where you maybe are so struggling mentally that you just are off the rails when it comes to food altogether. And they have you, right? You are a heavy user, as they like to call you, because they're not going to call you the other thing, but they're going to call you a heavy user, right? Because that means that they have you forever. How many keto products have I seen in the grocery store that I pick up, I turn over, I read the ingredients? First of all, not real food, but I look at the carb count and it's wrong. If I'm going to eat one of these teeny little things and I'm going to have 7 or 8 grams of carb, basically I've just given a third of my day away to something this big that is not going to keep me satiated and has nothing to do with keto. Keto is not a product. It's not something that you're going to purchase in a package that's going to make your health different. That's not what it is. Keto is about eating less than 20 grams of carbs every day. And if I give 7 of those grams of carbs away to a teeny tiny little snack, how am I going to actually successfully eat keto? And they know this, wellness warrior. That's why they do it. They tell you something's keto, that is not, so that you're going to eat the thing that you shouldn't eat. You're going to be hungry. You're going to overdo your numbers, because they also know that most people trying to do keto are not tracking. They know that. They've done their market research. And basically, now they have you, right? Basically, you are going to be in their world forever. And they love that. They love when you're in the world forever, because that's what they want. They want your money, not your health. What are you going to do? My suggestion, wellness warrior, is to eat healthy every single day. Choose health over fun food every single day. Choose your health over a company making money off of you every single day. That one should be a no-brainer. To get started, wellness warrior, I created a training for you to understand how to do keto properly. I walk you through it step by step. I linked it in the description below. You can go grab that. Once you know how to do keto, you're set. You're the people that they're marketing to, wellness warrior. That's how they're disrupting this keto movement that I'm so desperately trying to do. They're disrupting it by making sure that they just get you while you're trying to watch these kind of videos. They pull you away and say, no, here's a cookie, here's this, there's that. Get the training. I know that they're going to advertise on this, so get the training and go learn how to do keto. For those of you who are already doing keto, carnivore, you feel like you understand what it is, if you want to check out the training, you can. But I have a video on the screen for you that's going to help you stay motivated, because that's the other thing. If I'm not motivated, I'm not going to do what I need to do for my health every single day. So you click on that video. I'll talk to you in the next video.